Hey, good morning, good morning. And there is only one requisite for today. You must have zero flexibility. That is the only barrier to entry. So you know you're in a good place. Let's get stretching. Okay, so what we need to do to begin is raise our arms up in this sagittal plane. So a reverse dome-like semicircle all the way up. And as we're going to go up, might as well take a deep breath in. So through the nose, make sure that when you do breathe, the belly is rising all the way. Take that deep breath in. Take that deep breath in. And then as you reach the top, only if you can, just lean back slightly. Like we said, zero flexibility. That's all we need on these stretches. So if you are leaning back and you have taken that deep breath in, you can now release that deep breath. You release it via the mouth. Make it quite vocal. So we're going to do it together. We're going to take a deep breath in as we are in this supine position. So we're going to go in through the nose for 4 seconds. When you're ready, we're going to go in now. 4. And then we're going to hold the breath at the top. And I want you to just reach up a little bit further, and then I want you to get that air out of your body through the mouth, make it vocal, let's go. And then I want you to hold it at the end of that breath. Hold it for 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then your arms are going to go down. I want you to go back to your breath. Just take a deep breath in. We're not going to go seconds, just your breath, your control. And then as your arms are now beside you, you're going to bring them in front of your thigh, and you're going to do what's called a hip hinge. So, stick your bum out, separate your waist from your hips, divorce them, and then slowly bring your chest level to the floor. And if you can't do that, with your legs quite straight, then flex the knees. It's not a problem. It's only you. No judgment, no one can see you, except you. How you feel is what is the most important. So, get to the bottom point where your chest is level to the floor. Then take another deep breath in. We're going to go in for 4 seconds. And we go in now. Through the nose, expand the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And let go of the breath for 6, 6, 5, 4. As you're letting go of the breath, lean further down. And that is something that will come very naturally. Hold the breath at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to grab hold of your leg or your foot, or place your hand on the floor wherever you have gone down. And I want you to stay there just for a moment and feel your body giving you the reaction that you have given it from the action. So the reaction would be some open tightness. So you had tightness, and now that tightness is open. And because it's open, hasn't gone, still tight. Open tightness. From this open tightness feeling that you're getting, wherever your hands are, apply pressure. So my hands are on my shins, and I'm making my hands quite firm on top of my shin. If your hands are on top of your foot, press your foot. If your hands are actually flat on the floor, press the floor away. And what we're going to do is lean more deeper into our body. So our upper body is going to come closer to our lower body. But we're going to take a deep breath in first. 4 seconds we go in. 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we let go of the breath for 6. As we let go of the breath, we're going to try to bring our upper body closer to our lower body with the application of the grip that we've got going on around our legs, on the floor, wherever you've got your hands. Hold the breath for another 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay, and as we're staying, we're going to try and bring our hands even further down. So wherever they were, try and bring them further down. So if your hands are flat, try and bring your elbows close to the floor. And what we're trying to do is open that tightness even more. So lower back, opening up, glutes, hamstrings, lats, whatever you are feeling, I want you to accept it, embrace it, because it's all you. No one else, just you. Celebrate it, because this is what your body is giving you. It's a gift. And this is how we will take our day and make it. We will take our day as a gift, make it as a gift, and give our gift. Give our gift to the world. And what I'd like you to do now is flex at the knees, place your hands on the floor if they're not already, flex at the knees so that they're going into a squat position. If you can keep the heels flat, that would be awesome. If not, don't worry. And in the squat position, what I'd like you to do is place your hands flat on the floor, keep your spine fairly straight, keep it neutral, keep it natural, and what you're going to find is that your arms are flush to the inside of your legs. And because they are flush to the inside of your legs, I would like you to release one of your hands away, but keep one of the arms close to the leg, hand flat on the floor, release the hand up, and you're going to go up in front of you in a sagittal motion. As it goes up in the sagittal motion, your body will naturally twist. As it twists, go with it. The arm that's on the floor is now your stabilizer. It's your anchor. It's holding you upright, holding you stable as you rotate your body round and you go into a full hip opening twist. We're going to hold the pose. You might feel a little bit of tension, you might feel a little bit of shaking. Those are your stabilizers. Those are your internal, involuntary muscles going to work. Without your say-so, they are there because they want you to stay there. They want you to stay here. On earth, on land, survival mode. It's our mechanism to survive. That's all it is. Now you see the shaking has gone away. And what we're going to do now is replace the hand that's elevated up. And we're going to replace it back to the floor. Meet the next hand. Keep the hand flat. And what I'd like to do is sit your hips into the ground. Chin goes up. As your chin goes up, I want you to push your inner thighs away with your elbows. That means you're going to apply a little bit of pressure on the floor. Push the ground away. As you push the ground away, open up your elbows, which subsequently opens up your inner thighs, adductors. And we are now pushing you in a lateral way, a lateral movement to the side, abducting. And now what we're going to do is release the pressure from the elbows, so we bring the knees back to what was their natural state. We're going to feel a little bit more flex in the hips, in the inner thighs, possibly the knees, upper lats. I want you to place the opposite hand that was stable previously. Place it on the floor, have the arm flush to the opposite leg, and then we're going to raise the hand out in a sagittal motion, semicircle away from the body, and as the arm goes all the way up to the top, you're applying pressure to the hand that's stabilizing you, keeping you stabilized as you rotate right round. And now you're in the squat, T, kick, open up. Opened up our body, feeling that shaking. If you're not feeling the shaking, then you are wonderfully good. But for me, most stiffest man in the world, in sense of stretching, it's pretty much shaky village here. So, after 3, 2, 1, we're going to replace the hand back to the floor, and we're going to slide the hands out. As we slide the hands out, our knees are going to go onto the floor, I'd like you to dig your toes into the ground, so curl them into the ground. And we're going to go into a position known as the tabletop. This tabletop position now means that your hands are directly underneath your armpits and your hips are directly over your knees. Your knees to your ankles and your knees to your hips are forming a 90-degree, 45-degree angle, however you want to look at it. So, from here, your lower back is naturally curved. We are going to accentuate that natural curve via allowing the lower back to be pressed down as if someone's got a hand pushing down on your lower back. So your bum is going to raise up, your hips are going to lower down, and then at the same time your chin's going to elevate up, your shoulders are going to retract back, your clavicle, chest bone, breastbone is going to come out slightly, and you are now in the cat stretch. In the cat stretch, we're going to take a nice deep 8-second breath. When you're ready, we go in through the nose. Now, 8. And we're going to hold the breath. And we're going to release the breath for 6. And we're going to hold the breath for 4. And we're just going to come back being present with the breath. Feel our body open up. Any tingles, any sensations, feel that circulation, feel that dissolve, feel that resolve. Body flow. We're now going to go into the opposite stretching move. From the cat, we're going to go to the cow. So, how we do that? Fuse the belly button to the spine. Make your gut vacuum packed. Raise your lower back so your hips come in, your glutes sink, your lower back rounds, and at the same time your upper back rounds. As your upper back rounds, your chin goes into your chest, and we are now in the cow stretch. This cow stretch, we're going to hold it, take a deep breath in, we're going to go in for 8 seconds, one more time. We go. 8. We're going to hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to let the air go for 6. Stay in the cow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in the cow. And we stretch. Hold the stretch. 4, 3, 2. And then I want you to release the belly. Release the belly. Because I asked you to fuse the belly. Fuse the belly button into the spine. Transverse abdominis. Even though we took a deep breath in and the belly released, when the breath come out, then that's what we should have done. So we're going to do it again. Remember, fuse the belly into the spine. Imagine that they're both touching, but you're breathing normally. So we've got that going on, and the upper back is arched. We're going to go in 5 seconds, and we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to let the air go for 6. As we let the air go for 6, we're going to drop back into the cat. We're going to hold the breath for 4, and we're just going to be in a normal tabletop position. From the normal tabletop position, dig your toes into the ground, slide your hands towards your knee, slide your hands up your thigh, raise your upper body up, so now you're on your knees and your toes are nicely fixed into the floor. And what we're going to do is release the hands out, reverse semicircle all the way up, take a deep breath in, it'll be your breath, there won't be no counting, it's just your breath, your timing, all the way, reach up. Now, we're going to stay tall, but if you do want to lean back, then take advantage of the stabilization that you've given yourself through the toes and lean back. As you lean back, try and keep your arms even by the side of your ears and lean back. As you lean back, you're going to feel your hips, hip flexors at the front open up, thighs start to stretch out, might feel that shaking again. And we're just going to try and lean back, upper body lean back, don't try and sit your bum back on your heels. Feel your toes, get that pressure, open up, bottom of the feet, really feel that resolve, feel that dissolve, feel that flow. And after 3, 2, 1, you're going to get back on your knees and your arms are going to go all the way down and you're going to feel an amazing flow. Feel that flow, that is circulation and your body just becoming alive, and we get into stillness. The body then gets flow and stillness together. Back into the tabletop, dig your toes into the ground, elevate your knees, Now you're in the floating tabletop. Just hold that position, feel your stomach get nice and tight, and then I want you to sit your knees back to the floor. I want you to take all of the pressure out of your body and feel that release. Shoulders release, elbows release, hips release, lower back naturally curves, and what your body has gone through, it now replicates naturally. A little cow, little cat stretch. So from there, once again, embrace your upper body, make your wrists tight, elbows fixed, shoulders braced, and then you're gonna lift your knees from the floor with your toes back into the ground, floating tabletop, and you're gonna find your lower body come up, your leg quite straight, inverted V. This inverted V is the downward facing dog. So with the downward facing dog, what we're going to do is flex at one knee. As you flex with one knee, your opposing foot is going to come right down so it's flat on the floor, get a nice calf, Achilles stretch, and then you're going to alternate the flex. Alternate the flex. With your alternation, no timing, just make it rhythmic, make it flow. Feel that flow. Every time that you stretch, try and touch your heel to the floor. What we're doing is taking the pressure away from the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists that we are applying the pressure on through being in this downward facing dog position. As we're flexing, stretching, what I'd like you to do is start engaging with your flow. So get your mind connected to your body in flow. How we do that is become present with the breath, with the rhythm, and feel the flow. Just get into that rhythm. I'm going to give you 10 seconds, silent 10 seconds, feel the flow. And in this downward facing dog, we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Keep the fingertips on the floor or the hands flat. Really up to you what you want to do. And then what we're going to do is slide the hands over the top of the foot, up the shin, over the knee, up the thigh, all the way up. Release the hands away, semicircle, reverse semicircle. Back to the beginning that we was with this big supine stretch. Open that tightness up, feel that flow. Take a deep breath in, it'll be your breath, no timing, just your natural breath goes in through the nose, expand the belly, hold the breath at the top, reach for the sky, expand your arms up, celebrate the morning, celebrate you, welcome the morning, welcome the world. And then take the breath out, feel the flow. Take the breath out, feel the flow. And now we're back with our hands in front of our thighs. We're going to hip hinge, what we did in the beginning, all the way down. So the hand slides past the thigh, down past the knee, down the shin, and you will see an enormous transformation from where you was to where you are now. So we've gone through super tightness to some open tightness. You're going to get your fingers on the floor, hands on the floor, and walk. So you're in a temporary downward facing dog. As you're in the temporary downward facing dog, I want you to sink the knees back to the floating tabletop, and then relax your knees back to the normal tabletop. Slide your hands out all the way, dig your toes into the ground, sit your hips back onto your heels, stretch the outer lats, and now we're in the prayer stretch. Being in the prayer stretch, we're going to give ourselves a little moment just to reflect on how our body has been wondrous this morning, how we've been able to manipulate it, how we've been able to absorb it, allow it, let it go, be free, transition from tight to loose to powerful. And as we're in this trance, feel that flow, that rush going all around the body, from the top of the cranium right down to the toes where they are curled on the floor, and your feet, bottom of your feet have opened up, and just feel that flow. Toes going up to the knee, transitioning to the hips, all the way up the obliques, over the ribs, near the armpits, rear shoulder, all the way through to the elbows. Feel your hands, your arms sink. Feel the electricity around your fingertips. Feel that flow. And then transition it to the forehead. Feel any tightness and let it all go. Let it all go with a deep breath in. 4 seconds we go in. 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. We let the air go for 4, 3, 2, 1. And we hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. We slide the hands up and we get into the tabletop. 4-second breath in. 4. Then we hold the breath for 4. And then we get the breath out for 4. Make it vocal, make it out the mouth. Hold the breath for 4. And then take a deep breath in for 4. At the same time, slide your hands close to your knee. 4. Dig your toes into the ground. Hold the breath for 4. You let the air go for 6. As you let the air go for 6, go into a floating tabletop and then go into a temple and downward facing dog. And hold the breath for 4. And then take a deep breath in for 4 and walk your feet to your hands. 4. Hold the breath for 4. Grab your toes. Curl your toes up. Apply the pressure. Let the air go for 6. Hold the breath for 4. And just be present with the breath again. Feel this open tightness that you've got going on now. Feel this mystic vibe. Feel the mysterious of you. Think of that one word that you're going to take and make for your day, and what you're going to give to whoever comes into your day, into your night. What will you give the world? That is your one word. Just take a moment, think about your word, think about your world, and what you want to offer your world. You're going to release your toes, slide your hands back up, top of the foot, up the shin, over the knee, up the thigh, and then release the hands away from the thigh, big semicircle up, sagittal, all the way, supine stretch, think of your word, big stretch, open up the abdomen, hip flexors, lats, arms, wiggle your fingers at the top. That flow, get that flow. Keep on wiggling your fingers as your arms go down. Keep that flow, keep that flow, keep that flow. Think of that one word and just be present. 5 seconds. 5 seconds, be present. Stillness. What is that one word? And it's going to be a gift. Oh, hello. Hello. And thanking you. Get that one word and make a difference to the world.